Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. I must apologise that I haven't put a video on for a few days now, but I've been so busy doing other things, and anyhow, that's another story. We'll not go into that. But this is a first Masdevallia I've ever flowered, and it is a veitchiana. Absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful colour. In fact, when I'm looking at it now, that's not the colour I'm looking at. The actual colour I'm looking at is a bright red and orange. Absolutely beautiful. It's not a large plant because I've only just had it, I don't know, two months, something like that. And it's only a young plant yet, but I can't wait till this gets a lot bigger and we can get more blooms like that. So let's have a look, see if it's growing much. Yep, there's another growth there. There's another growth coming up in the middle there, and some more around here. There is another 3 growths there coming up. So I don't think this will take long, probably a couple of years before it's a fully grown plant. Absolutely gorgeous they are. I'd just like to tell you one or two things about it. And this flower, I've just measured it from the uppermost part of the flower to the lower one, and it's 4 1/4 inches. So it's absolutely beautiful. And the stem that's holding the flower is 17.5 inches in length. So I don't know how that compares with anything else, but I'm quite happy with this one. Now, to begin with, Masdevallias are classed as pleurothalids, and some have a reputation of being difficult to grow, but I haven't found that so, and I think they're a good plant for a beginner. This veitchiana is classed as the king of Masdevallias, and it's found in the upper slopes of the Andes in Peru around Machu Picchu. They grow in long grassy slopes, which keeps the leaves away from sunlight. But with growing this long flowering stem, the blooms are kept in the open air and can enjoy the sun's benefits. And these plants are found as I say, on lithophytic grass slopes, and very rarely found as epiphytes. They'll stand a temperature as low as 5 degrees centigrade, and with probably a maximum temperature of 25, but they will stand higher temps for a short while. Although the temperatures vary from species to species, while there are a few that like warm conditions, I would treat them all as cool to warm or intermediate growing. They have no pseudobulbs, so they can't store moisture like the Paphiopedilums, so they do require a high humidity. And with the drip system I'm using on the Phragmopediums, and it's always switched on, they're always dripping through the plants and onto the floor, the humidity of my greenhouse on a warm but cloudy day is from 88% to 100% humidity. The only trouble I can see with this high humidity is for the high moisture in the atmosphere to have an effect on other species' blooms, which don't require high humidity that these require. You know, I'm expecting the Angraecum sesquipedale blooms, I think they'll be a little bit affected by the high humidity and probably start going a little bit black sooner than they should do. I have my masses potted in a box size of around 10 centimetres, 10 millimetres, and it's also got a mixture of tree fern added. They're in 12 centimetre pots, with which I have bored plenty of holes in, and I've done this because the Masdevallias don't like to dry out and must always have some dampness, and the holes in the pots offer a fairly quick drying period, but most importantly they provide the roots with air. They like a brightness similar to Phalaenopsis, but they can stand a brighter light and they will accept that. As far as fertiliser go, my plants get fed every couple of weeks with a combination of calcium nitrate, Epsom salts and liquid seaweed at a TDS of around 180 to 220 parts per million. I would expect that they should be kept slightly drier during the winter and with a genuine reduction in fertiliser. And when it comes spring, just carry on feeding at the normal levels. Now I've got 5 Masdevallias and they're all doing pretty well, and I'll just show you all the pots I keep them in. That's these with all the holes I've burnt into them with a little soldering iron. That's the veitchiana that I've shown you. This one is the ignea, which is growing quite well. You can see some new growth coming up there. You know, so I'm quite happy with how these are coming along. This has flowered. It just put one flower up, but I expect it to put more up next year. This is one of the newer ones I've got that hasn't been doing anything yet, which is the Masdevallia grandulosa. Hasn't done anything yet. I think it might be due for a watering now. It's Saturday and they haven't been watered since Wednesday, so I'll give them a nice watering today with fresh water. And this is another of my recent purchases, the Masdevallia striatella. This is absolutely doing nothing, so we'll give that a good watering. And then we've got the Pyxis, which I'm pleased to say I've just noticed. I knew it had one spike coming up, but now it's got 2. There's one. And the other one is just hiding around the back here. There we are. So these are doing really nicely. Nice box-like flower on this one when it flowers, so I'll show you that when it's in full bloom. And plenty of new growth coming up through the bottom. Well, they're not grow up through the top, will they? Plenty of new growth coming up through the medium. That's what I should have said. Sounds a little bit better that way. So those are my 5 Masdevallias, and I'm quite happy with the lot. So that's about as much as I can tell you about the Masdes, and we'll just leave you with another look at this beautiful 4 1/4 inch flower. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.